This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. So, you have set your sights on a Rolex, the epitome of luxury watches. But unlike grabbing a shirt at the mall, scoring a Rolex from an authorized dealer requires a different approach. Demand for these timepieces is sky high, and getting your dream watch takes more than just cash. Before you step into the 80, steer clear of these common mistakes to maximize your chances of walking out with that Rolex on your wrist. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will explore some practical tips on how to effectively buy at Rolex authorized dealers. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. There are indeed numerous reputable Rolex authorized dealers worldwide. However, it is unfortunate that alongside them exist some less reputable ones, which can be disheartening. These questionable dealers engage in dubious practices such as covert sales, bundling deals, and showing a blatant disregard for maintaining transparency. This can be frustrating for potential buyers seeking specific models like the Submariner or Daytona, as they might find themselves compelled to explore alternative brands due to unreasonably soaring prices or limited availability. This situation needs to reflect better on Rolex's reputation. Nevertheless, not all is lost. Many Rolex authorized dealers are committed to integrity and professionalism. They distance themselves from unethical practices, prioritize customer satisfaction, and strive to uphold the brand standards. These dealers are dedicated to conducting business ethically, providing excellent service, and fostering trust with their clientele. While there may be a few outliers, most dealers are genuinely enthusiastic about watches and committed to providing customers with exceptional experiences. However, today we will shed light on the deceptive practices some customers employ that frustrate authorized dealers, from covert reselling to manipulation of waiting lists. Let us delve into a common behavior that particularly displeases reputable authorized dealers. It is a source of frustration that occurs more frequently than one might imagine. If you find yourself guilty of it, it is time to cease this behavior, then it is simply not wise. For a brief example, a customer enters a Rolex authorized dealer, covertly eyeing coveted timepieces like the ceramic Panda Daytona, Kermit, or GMT Master 2 Pepsi pieces that are comparable to rare finds in the secondary market. There is nothing inherently wrong with desiring a Tiffany Oyster Perpetual 41 or a blue stainless steel Skydweller. After all, diversity in preferences is celebrated. However, here is the catch. These individuals are not drawn to these watches because they are their ultimate horological aspirations or because they intend to cherish and pass them down through generations. Instead, their motivations lie elsewhere. They see dollar signs. They aim to acquire these elusive watches solely to flip them for a quick profit. Imagine you manage to snag a coveted Panda Daytona at its retail price of around $12,000, only to discover that it can be resold for over $30,000 in today's market. It is truly astonishing when you consider the potential profit. However, amidst these opportunities, there exist cunning and opportunistic individuals who are not genuinely interested in acquiring these sought-after models for noble reasons. Their sole focus is on making a quick buck. Here is the scenario. These sly opportunists stroll into authorized dealerships, but they are far from transparent about their true intentions. Instead, they play it cool, feigning interest in entirely different timepieces. They might inquire about a Pearlmaster or a two-tone ladies' Datejust with a unique dial, all the while pretending it is a special gift for a significant other. They employ charm and enthusiasm, showing interest in models that are sure to sell, albeit not even close to the demand for the elusive Rolex watches they secretly covet. Crafty, isn't it? They pretend some eagerness for something like a Pearlmaster or a sleek metal Datejust, momentarily getting the authorized dealer excited at the prospect of making a sale. They are attempting to bundle, employing the same tactics as those shady dealers we have heard about. They are trying to entice reputable authorized dealers into their deceitful game. However, it does not work. It infuriates reputable dealers because they prioritize honesty, transparency, and keeping their watches away from flippers. Here is a fundamental principle we adhere to. Be straightforward with them. If you are searching for a Cartier, there is no shame in saying, "I'm on the lookout for a Cartier," or eyeing a Breitling, a Moonwatch, or perhaps that vibrant Pepsi or the Oyster Perpetual 41 with the mustard dial. Tell the truth, be upfront, and let them know. Now, playing devil's advocate, picture if those cunning individuals were forthright. Well, unsurprisingly, they would not be leaving with those watches at retail price. Transparency is crucial and goes a long way. It seems like these slick operators are pulling out all the stops to acquire those hard-to-get watches at a discount. But let us face it, That kind of deal only happens at an authorized dealer and only at retail price. Now, here is another practice. Authorized dealers frown upon customers who attempt to manipulate the waiting list system. You know the drill. They pretend to be interested in a less popular model, secure a spot on the list, and then suddenly switch to the watch everyone's clamoring for. It is more than just a harmless game. Dealers see through it, and it disrupts the fairness of the waiting list, leaving genuine enthusiasts hanging. So, if you're eyeing that elusive Rolex, being truthful is the most effective approach. Attempting to outsmart the system simply is not worthwhile. Open and direct conversations have a significant impact, and dealers value customers who adhere to the rules. Manipulating the waiting list not only irritates people but also disrupts the camaraderie within the watch-loving community. Here is another behavior that authorized dealers find annoying: the tire kicker. You know that customers who enter the store appear interested in every display watch, asking numerous questions, but when it is time to make a purchase, they disappear without a trace. Dealers do not mind assisting enthusiasts in exploring their options, but when someone consumes a considerable amount of time and resources without any intention of buying, it is a different story. If you are genuinely interested in acquiring a Rolex, demonstrating some commitment will not harm you. Dealers are more than willing to impart their expertise and assist you in discovering the perfect timepiece. However, wasting their time without any intention to make a purchase is a guaranteed way to end up on their less preferred customer list. Now, let us transition to another common issue in dealerships: the persistent haggler. It is a classic scenario where a customer enters and spots a stunning Rolex, but instead of admiring its craftsmanship, immediately enters negotiation mode, attempting to haggle the price down. While a bit of bargaining is expected in certain markets, luxury watch dealers often maintain set prices due to the exclusivity and value of their timepieces. Here is the thing. Dealers acknowledge that customers seek the best deal possible, but constant haggling, especially in luxury watches, can be off-putting. Authorized dealers are committed to upholding the integrity of their brands, and aggressive negotiation on a Rolex may not align with their values. Rather than fixating solely on the price, it is essential to consider the value, craftsmanship, and service provided by the dealer. Most authorized dealers operate ethically and disapprove of such practices. So, if you are engaging in these behaviors, let us address it directly and let us stop this behavior. It will be a big help if we promote proper buying ethics and fairness so that we enjoy a healthy watch market. By taking this action, you will not just improve your personal experience, but also foster a sense of harmony within the accredited watch retailer. What are your thoughts on these covert missions for coveted watches? Have you ever been tempted to do these tricks and acquire that hard-to-get timepiece? Or you have had a remarkable experience with an authorized dealer worth sharing? If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.